Hello everyone, welcome back to another Umamusume video. Today is May 10th, 2026, and indeed, I'm still alive. But, in other news, Mejiro Palmer is going to be dropping at the specific time. Usually it's 3 p.m. to 30 p.m. PST, and then usually I don't really keep track of the other time zones, I'll be honest. But yes, Mejiro Palmer is going to be releasing officially alongside some reruns of support cards. So, this is going to be a fairly fast video. Let's get into it. Mejiro Palmer has a stat bonus in speed, stamina, and guts, 10% in each. Her aptitude is towards turf. The distances she runs is long and medium, with a F in mile and G in short. Her strategy is front runner, with a G in end and F in late and E in pace. Oh. Huh. The site updated. It's now... That helps a lot. Well, this is her epitaph. Tumultuous front runner horse girl. Raise your front runner aptitude up to S. Win a G1 as a front runner while being the fourth most popular or worse. Win the Tenosho Spring Takurazuka Kinen senior year and the Arima Kinen senior year as a front runner. That's very nice of them. Thank you, Game Tora. Her unique skill is keep pushing ahead. If positioned toward the front from the start of the race until the second half of the race, good vibes recover endurance and moderately increases velocity steadily. Her innate skills are playtime's over, front runner straightaways, and keeping the lead. At level 2, you'll get early lead. At level 3, you'll get see ya later. At level 4, you'll get long shot. And at level 5, you'll get Vanguard split. Now, you may be wondering, what's see you later? Is that new? No, it's not actually. This, I'm pretty sure, is the gold skill for playtime's over. Yeah, there it is. See you later. Let's go over some evolved skills, shall we? See ya later has the chance to turn into dope stuff. And this is how you do it. You need to get the runaway skill or have at least 800 speed and get at least 3 speed type skills. Dope stuff. If someone has been following you for at least 3 seconds, your speed will increase. And of course, for Vanguard split, to meet these conditions, you can either get the runaway skill or 600 stamina and get at least 2 skills for long aptitude. Vanguard split turns into godly runner's wisdom at long distances. At a random point during the middle leg, if you're in first place with a clear lead, your speed will increase. That's all. Oh, no, we got one more. Vanguard split also turns into pump it up. Win any G1 long race 2 times, or get at least 2 skills long aptitude, and then have at least 600 guts. Pump it up is for long distances. If you're being blocked from the side during the middle leg, your speed will greatly increase. That is pump it up. From events, you can get front runner savvy, sympathy, and of course, runaway. Her objectives when you aren't doing, the usual. By usual, I mean track blazer. After the junior make debut, you'll need to earn at least 9,000 fans. After getting at least 9,000 fans, you'll enter the Hakodate Kinen into the Nikkei Shinshunnai. Whoa. There's only one race you do in the classic year, huh? Interesting. Yeah, this ends in early June. You basically have a hell of a lot of turns to get those 9,000 fans. Okay, so in the senior year, it's going to start out with the Nikkei Shinshunnai. After the Nikkei Shinshunnai, you'll enter the Tenosho Spring. After the Tenno Show Spring, you'll enter the Takarazuka Kinen at late June. In late October, you'll enter the Tenno Show Autumn, ending off this career at the Arima Kinen in late December. Secret events. If you win the Arima Kinen, Takarazuka Kinen, Arima Kinen again, you need to win Arima Kinen in Classic and Senior then. And then Takarazuka Kinen, you need to win specifically in Senior. Will get you 10 speed, 10 guts, and the runaway skill, hint +1. Realistically, easier to get than the Silent Suzuka version, but I think Silent Suzuka in herself is very good, so it's also not really that hard to get the runaway skill on Silent Suzuka. You just need to remain undefeatable for a set amount of races. Okay. Well, that's Mejiro Palmer. Overall, I think Mejiro Palmer is pretty unique. One of the more unique Mejiros, for sure. Whether or not you're a fan of Mejiro Palmer is really your decision to really go after this trainee. Personally, I would love to go after Mejiro Palmer, but unfortunately, current Chan is on the horizon, and she is pretty soon. So, I'm sorry, Mejiro Palmer. Maybe you'll show up there. That's what happened to all the previous horses I did not go for and said I wanted. They show up on a banner where I'm trying to go for another unit. Which is nice, to be fair. But yeah, to anyone going for Mejiro Palmer, good luck. And, well, the next part of the video is going to be some recaps of some support cards I've already gone over in the previous videos. But it's already, nice to go over again. Let's start off with the first rerun SSR with Rice Shower Power. Rice Shower Power at Limit Break 4 will do this for you. Her unique effect increases stamina gain when trained together by 1, and increases effectiveness of training performed together by 5%. With a friendship bonus of 30%, specialty priority of 50, initial friendship gauge of 20, a race bonus of 5, fan bonus of 10, hit level 1, hit frequency of 20%, a power bonus of 1, and a training effectiveness of 10%. From support hints, you can get Maverick, Kyoto Racecourse, Deep Refs, Straight Descent, Highlander, Frenzied Pace Chasers, Subdued Pace Chasers, Flustered Pace Chasers, Disorient, and a stat gain of 2 stamina and 6 power. From events, you can get Passing Pro, Swinging Maestro, and Firm Conditions. On the first node, you get to choose. You can either get the 10 power and continue this event chain, or you can get 40 skill points in the Passing Pro hint +1 and end it there. On the second node, you have a choice again. You can either get 5 stamina and 10 power, or 15 energy and 5 power. The third and final node will give you 5 stamina, 5 power, 5 wit, and the Swinging Maestro hint +1. For her random events, you have the choice between a mood up of 2, or stamina +10. And finally, for the last random event, you have a choice between 5 speed, 5 guts, or the Firm Conditions hint +1. That's Rice Shower Power. Overall, I'd say this is a pretty good support card. It's definitely, it has its applications. If specifically you're looking for an extra, I suppose, power, because sometimes we don't normally run stamina unless it's very necessary in Track Blazer, and usually it's good to run mostly speed and power, and usually that stamina, using stamina cards is usually saved for those long races. So having this card basically in the background, I mean, to be fair, you still need to get a fair amount of limit breaks to really max out the potential here, no? Yeah. You need to get around limit break 3 to really max out that race bonus to get it to 5. So I guess that could turn off some people from really going for rice power. Rice power? Why not? Rice power. But I still think her skills, the hit skills, is very nice. And swinging maestro, well, it's swinging maestro. It's always going to be nice. But I guess if you want a better consistency tool, well, Super Creek is always there. Okay, on to the last support card. Maitakane Fukikitaro SSR Speed. This is the New Year's card being reran at Limit Break 4. Here's what she'll be doing for you. Her unique effect is amplifies the effective mood when training together by 15%, decreases the probability of failure when training together by 10%, with a friendship bonus of 20%. She gets you 30 initial speed, stamina, power, guts, and wit, with a 30% mood effect, 20 initial friendship gauge, energy cost reduction of 10%, training effectiveness of 10%, a race bonus of 10%, and a fan bonus of 15%. Her sport hints are the Hakodate Racecourse, Lucky 7, Calm in the Crowd, a small breather, 777, Late Surge of Corners, Trick, and a stat gain of 6 speed and 2 power. From events, you'll get Super Lucky 7 and Lucky 7. On the first node, you have a choice between two. You can end the event chain and get 5 energy, or you can gamble on the top option, which you have a chance of getting all stats up by 7, or 4 wit, and end the event chain. The second node, you have the same choice. The bottom one will always end your event chain, giving you 5 energy back, or you can pick the top one again, get another plus 7, or get 4 wit, and end the event chain. And finally, the third final node is another random chance. The first random thing that could happen is you could get an all stats up plus 7, 77 skill points, and the super lucky 7 hint plus 3. Or you can get 7 in all stats, 7 skill points, and a super lucky 7 hint plus 1. Or you can just get 7 skill points and a lucky 7 hint plus 3. That is all for her main chain events. On to her random ones. You have a choice between getting 5 wit and 15 skill points, or you can lose 10 energy, get 5 speed, 5 stamina, and 5 power. And finally, the last random event, you can either get 30 skill points or you can get 20 energy. That is Makitakane Fukikitaru. Well, it's self-explanatory. This is a very good card right now, especially for Track Blazer. It's usually really latched on for when you need, technically, I suppose you can be either running Kitasen Black or you can be running her, because she's kind of that good. She really gives you a lot of early stats in the game to really make sure you win those early races. It can always be tough if your characters are simply not that high of a star rating to be able to win those early matches. Especially for some of these shorter races, like sprints and miles. It's always nice to have this card. You can always borrow it from a friend, but if you want to summon for it, this is kind of a good banner to do it on, because there's really no bad off banner. Rate Up, Rice Shower, or Rice Power as I called it earlier, is still very good, and this card is still pretty good. But if you spent a little bit too much, little dip on your chip going for, of course, Mr. CB, I understand if you're going to skip this banner as well, because even though I feel like I want more copies of Makitakane Fukikitaru, I went 150 summons to get that Mr. CB, and I simply don't have enough gas in the tank. Well, that's all coming later today. That's it for today's video. If you made it this far, thank you, of course, for watching. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment if you so wish to. Um, what else should you do? Summon safe. That's always a good ideology. Brush your teeth. Floss your teeth as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.